reverse a little bit. And you'll get the idea. So, this is what I'm working with. And the reason why I laid it all out like this is to show not that I have a lot of devices, but I wanted to explain why I have them. And so, this is my telephone right here. They're all charging right now. This is an S7. That's my real phone, like call family on Friends. This is my beta testing phone. It's also an S7. This I just received yesterday or 3 days ago, and I got bricked and I had to unroot it myself using Odin. That's a whole nother episode. I use this as an LG Stilo 3, and I use it for graphics, and I have it customized a certain way to do like graphic apps. This phone right here is a backup, so it's more of like if something happens, then I can back all my data up from one phone to the other. So, that's an LG, that's an LG, Samsung 7, Samsung 7. This is a S5, and I just use it because it's really reliable, and it has a lot of features that are excellent, similar to the 7 but not quite, and it has some really good qualities. This is a rooted device, one of my first devices that I ever rooted. It's called a Kyocera. It's old, it's probably like 15 years old, but the durability is amazing, and it's rooted, so I can do whatever on this. And I basically use this for certain projects that I need. This is a government phone that I was able to unlock after they turned off the service, meaning that I was able to use the phone just as like an Android device. So, being that said, using that as an Android device, I had to go through a lot of steps to uninstall the carrier's prerequisite software, because when I would sign in, it would say you have to download, like the carrier. I don't know if it was Altec, one of the government phone things or whatever. So I had to quickly. Oh man, what the hell? These damn Azure ads, I swear. Really, they need to quit with this Azure stuff. Azure is I'm getting Azure, but government phone things or whatever. So I had to quickly maneuver to get Android just by itself, and that took some time. But it's an Android phone, and it still has decent features. I mean, it was free, and why would I throw it away? And sometimes I hold on to phones to give to other people, so I've given a lot of phones away also. All that music is driving me nuts. I gotta turn down a little bit. I'm always tripping on my house music. So, this is the government phone Android, and I just just have a couple apps on it, but what I mainly use it for is just passwords only. Because for security reasons is another reason why I have so many phones, because I am a developer and I have to be very secure and I have to be like incognito and have multiple aliases of myself to keep doing the kind of work that I'm doing for research and beta testing. Now here we have my first die-hard tablet. This is a Galaxy Tab E, I believe. Yeah, and this this tablet actually updated to Android, I think 7 or 8, before any of my other devices, and this is the oldest device as far as tablets go. It saves its battery power for at least 3 days. It doesn't start going down. It gets to like 70 after being on for 3 days. It'll only go down like 30%. Like, I don't have tons of apps on it, but I have all, like, I split up my emails because I have to be like anonymous with my emails, and so I just have a few apps on here, not a whole lot. But the beauty of this device, which I forgot, is that it gives you the feature to create user profiles, so you can have multiple profiles. But this device, unfortunately, only has, I think, 8 gigabytes internal memory, but it works. It is very powerful. And I think I paid $200 for that tablet maybe 6 years ago. Now, the tablet that I'm using in my hand that we're filming this with is this tablet right here. This is called the Samsung S2, and I highly recommend this tablet, you guys. It is, hold on a second. So basically it's identical to the phone that I have in my hand. I wish they would all light up. I know it just looks like, gee, whatever, hello. But the screen timer is like all set up. So this is a brand spanking new twin to the device that I'm holding. Now, it has a big rubber case on it, right? Cover. Of this, but this is a 7-inch Tab S2. Look how thin it is. It is so lightweight. It's a Samsung S2. The model number is T713, and it's identical to the one that's in my hand. The one in my hand is gold. This one is black. So I'm still working on this. I'm kind of saving this for a certain project. So I just wanted to share the different devices that I use and why I use them. And the one that I'm using now, I have like 5 different profiles, meaning 5 desktops, and I got crazy. I went overboard. So basically what I'm doing with this tablet is I have each user profile dedicated to certain apps. One is for my development. One profile is for my development apps. One profile is for my YouTube network. One profile is for Google Play Store reviews. One profile is just for uploading and downloading apps and testing them. One profile is just for strictly graphics. So that's how I use my devices, and I thought I'd just share it with you. So this is behind the scenes of the Stargler TV Viral Glitches network that is in development permanently. The hell? Do I have my phone back, dude? There.
Okay, so I decided just for today, this is like a very casual live stream. It's yes, I'm streaming to Google Play reviews, but it's just a live stream. It's not like an official review. I did review one very special app and a way to get a free number way earlier in the stream. But now I'm just kind of like going through a casual behind the scenes of like real life stuff, and I'm actually texting at the same time while I'm streaming because I have friends that have real life situations and we all got issues. So just bear with it. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to. So I was just gonna try to backtrack and show what happened on Christmas. So I showed you guys the devices, and the Samsung, the second Samsung that I got was supposed to be identical to my original phone, and the reason why I got it because it was affordable. I got it overseas and it was in an immaculate condition. But what happened was when I received that phone, it was a different model number, a different IME number, different product number than what was stated on the site. And it wasn't from China, it was actually from Korea. Yes, it was unlocked. And it was also rooted, which they didn't state. And it was rooted incorrectly. So it got to a point where I was in the developer options and I accidentally turned the OME lock off. So that put the FHP lock on and the firmware would not boot. So I spent basically all of Christmas and Christmas Eve trying to find the correct firmware for this Korean device that all of a sudden turned into a language I could not translate. And I had to decipher step by step and figure out the correct model number, the correct firmware. Then I had to unbrick it, unroot it, and I had to do it through Odin. And it was a huge long to do. So I'll just show some of the personal crazy videos of mine. Like, I don't really have videos of what happened when it was bricked and I was freaking out. I was just freaking out. So you're only going to see videos of after the rooting process. And then what I'm going to try to do is create a tutorial of how the step-by-steps, because I did it all off the top of my head. I didn't have a plan. I just had to work until I got it fixed. So these are just specs of the device. And whatever. This is what the device looked like when it was first coming. This is how it's supposed to look. But when it first got bricked, it looked like this, but it had all Korean language. And because I don't know Korean or Chinese, simplified, traditional, Peking, Cantonese, or Mandarin, I don't know which language is which. So I had to guess and use a translator. And that was just intense. So this is kind of like after things happened. And then I'm going to create a video of the step-by-steps, how many hours it took, what sites I had to go to, how did I find the firmware, and this and that. All threads completed. I don't know what to do. It probably won't work. I don't know. Oh my God. It is Christmas, 12/25/2019, 5 p.m. I've been at it since, I don't know, maybe last night. I just happened to have a S7 from Korea, and it had a fake IME, fake product number. I just happened to find the correct firmware, not flashware, firmware. Oh my God, firmware in Korean. Mind you, I had to read every instruction and translate it via another app in Korean. and it just passed Odin. And I didn't use the CSC regular file, I used the CSC home file plus the binary. Dude, it worked. Oh my god, I am tripping hard. So I was really freaking out, and I'm being overly exaggerated. But this is just what, like, the experience of what I go through. Turn it. Because they rooted it. And all my data's gone. That's how they get people's info. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm afraid to touch it. This is just after, like, it passed Odin. I had tried 3 times. I don't know what to do. I did Odin 2 times and it failed, so I thought it was permanently bricked, but I kept trying and it finally worked. I don't know. Probably not. No. Whatever that noise was. Okay, bye for now. 12:25, 5:12 p.m. Odin 3.13. It passed. Oh my god. We'll see if it works. Oh my god. It's even updating. So basically this model comes stock with 6.0. They shipped it with 7.0. I mean, it's like in immaculate condition. It's like rose gold. It has no scratches. It looks just identical to my other S7 right here. Play.com, Google reviews. Oopsie. So they look identical. Oh, that's the S5. Whoops, where's the S7? Here it is. Okay, so if I take off the case, you guys, this is the second time I've rooted a device. Well, I didn't root it, I unrooted it and installed the correct flashware. Firmware. So if you look at them, firmware. Those are my fingerprints. But, one's gold and one's rose gold, and those are my babies. That's Golden and that's Rosie. This is my beta demo testing app. Phone. And this is my die-hard, faithful S7 that I would die for if anything happened to it. And it's only running Android 7. Okay. What is it doing now? Maybe it's done. So this is me waiting for the phone to see if it's actually going to work. It's magic. It's doing magic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! It just restored my home screen. It worked. How the hell? How the hell? Do I have my phone back, dude? They're so smart. They're so smart. That's my home screen. How that thing app right here. I guess I can unplug the cord. Oh, it's charging. But my apps are still there. You want to have a look? Okay, I gotta find Chinese. Okay, so this is where I was at. It went from like this, and before that, before this screen, it was just like with these Korean characters, but it was in riddles, Korean riddles, meaning that there were some English words that I translated from Korean to English, but they were riddles, nothing to do with the phone, but like little personal jokes. But this is what I've been dealing with. And have like riddles in Korean, and for the life of me I couldn't figure out which language it was because I couldn't find a correct OCR scanner
to actually translate the language without having to pay for the language. Because, like, I thought it was simplified Chinese or traditional.
So the first time when I put it into boot mode, or when you hold down power button control, you put it into the boot loader so you can reboot it, the Android system, or install a flash or whatever. There's a certain boot mode you could factory set it, and I put it in this mode. It got locked, and it's called FHP Lock. And when it's FHP locked, when I research online and everything that I search, it says, "Oh, your phone is done. Forget it. You have to take it to a company. You have to take it to get it fixed and have, some professionals fix it, because basically your phone is bricked permanently. There's nothing you can do when you have a FHP lock." And I'm like, I'm saying to myself, I don't think so. That's not going to happen. I can fix this myself. That is my mindset, because I've done it twice before. I don't give up, even if it's not working and everything that I see is failing and it's just showing error, error, error. I know that it's possible. I know that it can work, and I didn't give up. Yeah, I spent all of Christmas and Christmas Eve doing it, but it paid off in the end.
Chinese, because I was testing WeChat.
So how I got into this mess is I wanted a WeChat and a QQ account. I wanted a QQ ID from China, and they're very hard to get. It's very hard to get an international number, because I'm starting to do some research and development with some developers in Korea and China, and I don't know the language, so their WeChat is the number one messaging app for the entire universe. A lot of Americans don't use it, but over 10 billion users in China and overseas use WeChat. So I wanted a QQ 10-cent account, and QQ 10-cent, that's a whole nother story. If you don't know about QQ, can't get into that right now. But anyways, it's a fast way of communication. It's a state of the future, state of the art. Got to have these apps if you want to stay up on technology. 10-cent, QQ browser, QQ mail, WeChat. And so basically, because I was trying to do that, I was failing. I couldn't do it. I was installing a lot of apps, and then I went to the developer options to try to switch and stuff, and then it got stuck anyways. And that's when I found out that I had registered it with Samsung, and to have proof for a warranty to show that it's my device. And I registered it with what the device said the IME number was and what the device product model was. And they were totally fake. How they get away with it, I don't know. How does Samsung let them get away with it? Good question. So I have proof of that, and I was going to return it back to the vendor that I bought this from, but I really, really like this phone, and I had to wait over a month and a half, almost 2 months to get it, because it's actually out of stock and very hard to find this actual model of an S7 in rose gold. So it's a highly sought after Samsung device because of its qualities, better than the 7, different than S8, different than 10 and 9. And they are fading out, just so you know, Android or Samsung is fading out the S5. Anything below S7 is going to be faded out completely. There will no longer be support. So everything S7 and up will still be supported. So a lot of people are jumping at the S7s because they still work, even though they're older, but they're affordable. But with the price that I got it at, I can't say the price what they go for. You can figure that out. But it's just like, I had to go through a lot to get this phone, so I didn't want to return it and go through the whole process. I would just want it working. But because it is Korean, the Knox feature is all in Korean. And the actual security folder feature of the Samsung doesn't work, but the private pin works. So I learned all this stuff on the journey. And what's not and all that. So that was one of the picks. Do I have any more of the picks? Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a 5-star app right there. Only 100K downloads. Everybody install this app. It's free. There's no BS. Very good app. You don't have to pay for anything. Google Lens is like probably the top, but this is close. What I'll do is I will go over the steps of how I did a $800 phone like 5 years ago, and I actually also am now officially a Samsung, part of the Samsung developers. Let's see if I can find it. On this one, it's an alias demo account for, and I can't. Okay, so I'm skipping around. Merry Christmas, it's a merry, merry Christmas. Here's a picture of my Christmas bear. Remixes are Merry Christmas, Boots. This is my #1 bear. That's Bear. Profile, and I'm just now getting back Bootsy. Into Facebook. Like I kind of took a break for like. And Tiki is where? Tiki. Tiki. So I'm trying to fix stuff right now, and that's Boots. Hi, Boots. I don't have much more interesting stuff on this to share at this time. Is this a video I forgot? No, that's a clip, but it's a funny video. So this is the QQ, and QQ is like, really, they are really the innovators of this technology that Snapchat, Messenger, Twitter, Facebook, WeChat uses. It's a certain message connection type. It's a certain technology, and Tencent in China is actually, they really are the developers. Facebook bought it, they stole it, they redeveloped it, they have their own algorithms, but QQ is where it's at. And it's also QQ, if you're a gamer, that would be a good thing to do. I'm just trying to find if I have anything interesting. Oh God. I have just a lot of projects and unreleased clips, but it takes a lot of time to do edits. So let me pause. The clip I'm about to show is right before my laptop got hacked, and I was like really pissed off and freaking out. So I'm probably gonna have to take this live stream off Google Plays. But whoever's watching, but this is not for Google Plays. This is, unfortunately, my RTMP player is streaming to Google Play Store right now. So I will remove that. Google, just give me time. But I'm just breaking down like my past few months of what's been going on at home. So this is the laptop that I still have that is completely fucked because of my neighbor. Because he basically lied. He throttled my 5G Wi-Fi. He split up the bandwidth. He had a very insecure network. Some hackers, he claims, got into the system. Well, I told him the security patch was a problem, and he didn't do anything about it. He just says he couldn't get in touch with the people because they're in Korea and the customer service. And he gave me all these bullshit excuses. So somebody remotely, because my server was on network, got into my computer, deactivated the Wi-Fi adapter, deactivated another adapter, and it won't turn on.
Right now, it is 3:45 a.m. The computer just went into airplane mode. I didn't touch no fucking buttons. And it says my network was interrupted. Oh, now it's going back on. Yeah, because you're fucking monitoring me, fucking freaky prick. I don't trust this shit. I don't trust it. I know when something goes up, I'm not fucking tripping, I'm not high, I'm not on drugs, and I'm not crazy. I know when shit is not right. So I'm just documenting that. It's 3:45 a.m. September.
This is before my computer gets taken down. This is back in September.
On a Monday. Yeah, and this is the kind of shit that goes on all the time. Like, my internet keeps going on and off, and he's not giving me 5 gigahertz bandwidth. You're giving me like 2.5, and you got all these network servers, and you have a website, and you don't do shit. Why do you need all... I hope you hear the shit. Gigahertz bandwidth. So I'm just documenting that. Yeah, and 5 gigahertz bandwidth. Hello, friends. Soon I shall be doing a special mini tour of Brave, the beautiful Brave browser. And I will be sharing some beautiful secrets about Google Chrome and Brave and Tor. Remember that Tor? Good old Tor and the Onion. That free Tor, the Tor network and the Onion and Brave. We'll be exploring the secrets of Brave and that wonderful private free browser that secures you so much. So
Which is a lie.
Let you know, got some info.
Uninstall Brave. Brave is bullshit.
I'll be happy to share it.
The new Brave browser, the purple one, I can't explain it in words right now. You would probably get like confused, and I will confuse myself. It's some deep things that it took about 3 years to learn. So let's just keep going.
This is part of what you would call a technical meltdown. In Soloville, this is the shit I gotta deal with every day because I'm splitting 5 gigabytes of bandwidth with my neighbor, and I pay for my internet, and it goes on and off every other fucking extender. Shit is bullshit. He doesn't need an extender. He just doesn't want to give me the password to his real network, and he's got it. This fucking bullshit network. Raw food.
It has nothing to do with my network at all.
that's what I figure.
Anything wrong with my internet?
It will show on your
It'll show my TV.
figure his network. So now I'm confronting him, and you'll get to hear his voice. This is the big liar. My nightmare neighbor from hell, who abuses his animals, and I reported him. He screams at him. And I'm fucking so tired of it. This is the shit I gotta deal with. Log into some websites, but I can't log into my regular website. So if we zoom in right here, and you see on my Windows monitor, it says Wi-Fi is defined. But here, on the laptop, it says Wi-Fi is turned off. No security, and the network cable is unplugged. Now, do you see why I sound distressed? Do I sound a little bit angry? Yes, I do. Because I am tired of it, and now it's 7:44 p.m., and I gotta go knock on his door. Sorry, are you sleeping? I hope not.
It's alright.
Are you not sleeping? I'm getting the same error. But this is, you might want to be concerned. It's saying secure line is disabled, and it's saying that the adapter is turned off. So it's saying that's a security issue. You might, yeah. That's not good.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's showing us. This is weird because
I've never even heard of that. He's such a liar.
I apply the network diagnostics, and it says secure line disabled, Wi-Fi turned off, adapter disabled. But then on my other monitor, it's showing Wi-Fi on, connected to internet. So I've been going in circles wondering why is it not working.
Sounds like somebody's messing with you. But let me restart the router and you'll see.
Yeah, but the secure line thing, I've never seen that error message.
Not coming from my side.
Yeah, so
I watch my TV over the internet.
Yeah.
So if there's anything wrong with my internet,
it will show on your
it'll
TV.
show my TV.
Yeah, and I don't know how you have it configured, but it's never shown that before. And I don't mess with the security settings. I can't because I don't have the authority to change your network settings, you know what I mean? So there's no way I can do it.
Nothing on my network settings to fix that router.
Yeah.
That's a special router. I have to call the company if it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Comes with a year of service, so they actually have to, from their end, they have to remotely go in and fix that. It has nothing to do with my network at all.
Yeah, that's what I figure. You have it
He's
totally
lying.
isolated for security and protection, and it makes sense.
Bullshit.
And I understand that completely. I just don't understand. I don't understand why it's like 89.9% of the time working correctly, and then it just. But the security thing is not good. So I mean, try the modem, and and then I'll let you know if it's not working, and then.
I'll restart it.
Okay. So I hope we'll see. Oh, and I was turning on the light last night because I was waiting for a friend who was coming from Blue Town. What is that city? Blue. It's a city of like 2.5 hours away, and they were coming late. So that's why I kept turning his whole life.
This is because of the eyes right now. I have to have eye surgery in a couple of weeks.
No, God.
So, but I have to come out in the middle of the night because even that disturbs me. It's not as bright, but I can see it.
Oh yeah, I understand. My vision is bad. I use reader.
Yeah. I've already had eye surgery once to get a new
Retina, cornea,
new lenses.
lenses.
Because I was getting, clouding.
This is the freak. The freak
Any kind of cataract.
next door.
Just be grateful it's not worse. You know what I mean?
Cataract is what I was getting, yeah.
But that.
They removed those, the original natural. There's a great video on YouTube.
all different. It depends.
I lost about, 20 pounds up, and I was making good money on those products, put together her.
Self.
Yeah, just want to sell. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to use it for income now.
Yeah.
Ear, nose, throat, I couldn't figure it out. So,
Checks from my dad, like twice a year.
Yuck.
Yeah, I go through SD. Setting up Snapchat ads. I told you guys, Snapchat and Face Messenger is the shit. They've been advertising this for the past like 3 days on YouTube. They're introducing business accounts for Snapchat. It's just like been glimpses of it. Organic developers.net is authorized to. So Snapchat is now offering this whole ad campaign, and they're willing to partner with you. For example, the current packages, if you spend $50, you get $75. If you spend $350, you get $375. It's just like Facebook gave me that free $15, believe it or not. And with that, I was able to do a 10-day advertising at $1.25 a day. This is a 4th day, and I just got a notice from Facebook ads on my Facebook page that it reached 3,776 people so far, and out of those 3,776 people, or et cetera, 376 actually interacted. Whether they donated money or not, it's not the point. The point is almost 400 people interacted. So if you can just imagine with more ads and more, you can create your own ads. You don't have to buy them from them because I know how to do the graphics. But I can see my business name up there.
What's wrong? My man ain't shit. Girl, what's wrong? My man ain't shit. Girl, what's wrong? My man ain't shit. Why you won't leave him? 'Cause bitch, dick too fine. Girl, what's wrong? My man.
And I'm real excited to see it because I think that Bella will actually be smart this time and not a slut and pick Jacob the werewolf instead of Edward the gay vampire. So I'm gonna go watch it and I'll let you guys know how. chose Edward again over Jacob. That's bullshit. Bella's a bitch, and you should just change her name to Slut McSlutterson or something. So.